It's time to stitch the pears block on our PRIM quilt. The pears block is on page 38. I have my fabric that has been backed with fusible interfacing, and I have my batting. As a reminder, I am adding batting and background quilting, which is different than the directions. Let's stitch the pears. I have opened my USB and my combined files folder, and I need to bring in the pears block, which is block 11. I am going to hit set and embroidery. I'm going to go to layout and move and just bump that up to save on stabilizer. I do have my roll of stabilizer still attached. I will select OK and then go to the minus plus needle to start stitching the pears block. I'll run the placement for the batting. I'll place my batting and tack it down, and I will need to manually stop my machine after the batting has been tacked down. Then I will add my background fabric, tack it down, and run the background quilting. There's only one applique, so I will run the placement, place the fabric, tack it down, and trim. Look how gorgeous this embroidery is. It's incredible. I love it. Now it's getting ready to stitch the two pairs. The first is the pair that's laying on its side. It's going to go right here. And that is supposed to be the Dijon color. I am going to change. So the pair on the side, again, is supposed to be the Dijon color. I think that's a great color. I'm going to use that, but I'm going to use that for the pair that's standing. I think that's going to show better because the color that is supposed to be this standing up pair is the Cleopatra. It's kind of that gold color, which I love, but it's not a whole bunch of contrast with my background fabric. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch that as the pair that's on its side, and I really feel like I'm going to have to stitch over that with a brighter yellow. I think I'm going to try the cornflower. I am going to do it in this color first just to see if you can tell it's a pair. If not, I'll go over it with the bright color and then do the Dijon for the standing pair. All right, let's try it and see what happens. I love the color, and actually this Cleopatra color is quickly becoming a favorite of mine, but I just feel like it's too similar to the background. So I am going to restitch in the brighter yellow, and maybe with the brighter yellow over that might, make it stand out a little bit. So of course it's moved on to the next pair. So I'm just going to use my up arrow. It'll go back to that side pair, and I will just restitch it in this brighter yellow. All right, let's try that. So it does stand out better. It does look pretty bright, but I am glad that I stitched that Cleopatra underneath. I think that helped with a little bit of depth. All right, so now let's continue. The next step is for the center of the flowers and the center of the stars. And it's using thread 10. And for my thread 10, I have originally chosen the Cool Mint, which I love, but it's just, again, a little too light with my tan background. I use this, I think, on the angel for the flowers, and I really wish that I would have restitched those flowers instead of just moving on, because you really can't see. So after that, I found in my stash a very similar color. It's an isocord color. You can tell it's just, a shade or two darker. And so this is what I've been using when it's called for the 10 thread. And so I am going to use this. It's isocord 4752. It's called Vintage Blue, but there is only a number. They don't list a name on the actual thread, but if you look it up online, it says that this is the name, but it's 4752. And so again, this is what I've been using the few times it's called for thread 10 instead of the Cool Mint. All right, so there's only 2 more steps to stitch and we're done with this block. Let's continue. The last step is the crosshairs. I am not stitching those out. If you are stitching those out to help align when trimming these to size, just make sure that you stitch those in a visible color. I am done, so I'm just going to go home and cancel. Let's go take a look at our block. I love this block. So I have just trimmed the stabilizer to get rid of the excess. Again, once I'm ready to put my quilt top together, I will take out the tack down of the fabric, and then I will trim the batting and stabilizer right next to the batting tack down, which is this inner line, so that when I am sewing the top together, I will not have excess batting and stabilizer in the seam allowance. So let's look at this great block. As always, the stitching is just incredible. I just love it. Cute leaves, the stars. This just is amazing. Again, I am glad that I stitched the yellow because you can tell it's a pear. I would have preferred that Cleopatra color because I like that better. It just was too similar to the background. I love this block. All right, we have one more regular block for our quilt top.